Hi, hello you beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me today. Carmen Delport, multidimensional healer, quantum healer and channel. Right, so today I'm talking about the full moon energies for the 3rd of July, but the energies I'm talking about is basically from this weekend, Saturday, until next Saturday, so for the next week. But this full moon is all about the check-in point. We are exactly halfway through this year, 2023, and it's a check-in point for us to look at what we have created the first 6 months of this year, what we are proud of, what we decided to create this year, and what we have created. So anything that we've done in the first 6 months of this year that we feel well done, I've done that, and and I'm so much wiser for it. I am more who I am because of it, and I'm reaching my goals that way. Or you're looking at, this was a goal, I have unfortunately not achieved this part of the goal yet. Why not? What is holding me back? What is preventing me from doing this? Okay, so which brings me to, what do you need to see in yourself? There is something we are being shown about ourselves that needs attention. Okay, something that needs healing, inner child healing. Now, normally how this shows up for me is like, let's say I'm doing something or thinking something, and I will go, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Why are you thinking this? Why can't you get this done? You know, what's wrong with you? And whenever I say those words, I know, or think those words, I know, okay, there's something here that needs healing. What is out of balance here? What is the trigger here? Where is this coming from? Why am I doing this? So we are at this point of being shown something that is not serving us anymore, something that needs our attention so that we can heal it and move on. And what I'm getting is, it is something from our childhood. It is something around the family unit, or it can just be maybe you were not happy in school, or something that is really being shown that is not serving you. Okay, so that's coming up. Now also, how are you presenting yourself? As in, are you being your true self? Are you speaking up for yourself? Are you taking the steps that you intuitively know is the right thing for you to do? And what is preventing you from doing that? Is it the people around you? Are you scared of being your true self? So we're having this go deeper under this full moon, where it is showing us how we are not being our true selves. And this brings me to also, this week, the next 2 weeks is a period of big changes, big endings, big beginnings. Okay, now this can be in relationships, this can be just a way of being with yourself, as in speaking up for yourself, as in being yourself, as in allowing yourself to be who you want to be, but also being courageous in doing what you need to do to be successful in being you. Okay, but also equally, it is also showing us where we are depleting ourselves. Okay, so what do we allow to deplete us, And why are we maybe giving too much? So how do we recover? But equally, how are we being brave and going for what we want? Okay? So we are, we've got these emotions coming up this week, and it can be quite overwhelming because these emotions, these feelings are showing us where we are out of balance, where we are out of alignment with the flow of our life, and what we need to do to be more in flow. So this can be changing your mind about something you were working on, changing your mind about a relationship, changing your mind about where you thought you're going for the end of this year, what your goal is. So we are at this halfway point in the year where we're reflecting on what we did the first 6 months, but also we're looking at where we are going the next 6 months. Okay, what are we going to create the next 6 months? Not just in this physical world, but also in our spiritual world. How? Because we are changing, because we've done so much inner work, because we have been opening ourselves to the mystical side of life, the energetic side of life, we now need to show up more like that. We now need to show up more in alignment with our soul. We now need to show up more where our energy wants us to go. Not our mind, not what people tell us, but where our energy, our guidance is taking us. So we are seeing that this full moon is shining a bright light for us on our soul guidance, on our intuition of where we are going, what is in alignment with us, what is no longer in alignment with us, and what is good for us going forward. Now, this can also be pretty damn scary because what we know is what we know. It is what we can go do with our eyes shut, or we can do it in our sleep. And this full moon might require us to make decisions, to take a path where we will not be able to do it in our sleep, where we will have to put energy in towards it. Okay? Which brings me also towards how are you showing up responsibly for yourself in this world? What are the steps you are taking on a daily basis to create the world that you are living in, and your goals? I'm looking at the birds, there's birds everywhere. And how are you going to invest in these dreams, these goals of you? How are you going to invest? So this can be how you're investing financially in it. Maybe you need to sit down and create a solid structure of responsible steps you need to take to create this. Maybe you need to get help to help you achieve this. Maybe you need to go on a course. How are you responsibly going to show up for yourself in this world the next 6 months? Okay? And so we are taking this responsibility from an soul guided way. Let soul show you what you need to create. Let soul show you what needs to change in your personal life. Let soul show you what you're good at, what you enjoy. But also let soul show you what is no longer working for you, what is depleting you. Okay? So we are in this halfway check-in point of the year. We are looking at something specific from our inner child, from our younger selves, that is no longer serving us. Okay? We are looking at our successes of the first 6 months, what we are good at, and how can we keep doing that. How can we keep doing what we're good at? Okay. And then also we're looking at what is no longer working for us, that we've tried and we're struggling, we can't do it, or why can't we do it? We want to do it, but what's blocking us? But equally, maybe that is no longer what we need and want, okay? And then we are literally looking at the steps we're going to take for the next 6 months, where we are going, the life we are creating, and what we are putting our physical energy into. But equally, the spirit world is very important now. We are being guided by our soul. We allow our soul to guide us, and we trust in our soul. So we are taking responsible action with soul leading. Okay, so that is this next week. So the full moon is really showing us a lot. It is so whatever is coming up this full moon, what is being stirred up, so the next week, whatever's being stirred up, as in whatever decisions we make, whatever we are actively want to create in our life, that is our journey for the next 6 months. So be very mindful of your actions over the next 6 weeks, because what's happening with this full moon, because we are being shown this inner child wound that needs to be healed, people might be acting out, and there might be arguments happening. It might be because people are like not quite sure, but something isn't right, or they know this part is being triggered and being shown to them, but they don't know what, so they just act out. So be very mindful of your energy the next week, how you're showing up for yourself every day, and the energy you are bringing with you every day. Okay, so I'm going to leave you there. A very powerful week, a very significant week, because like I said, this week will influence the next 6 months. Okay, so spend time to meditate, to reflect, to put down those steps, to dream those dreams, to think realistically as well, bringing the two together, the responsible self with the soul guided self. How are we going to do this? Okay, so as always, I'm here to help you wherever you are in this beautiful world, for you to become your beautiful, true, authentic self. Okay, and we do that through inner child healing, through multidimensional healing, and through soul guidance. Okay, so sending you all so much love. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and thank you for being here. Bye.